Good friends of Unbox, so welcome back. Today we are going to repot this little Ficus Benjamina tree, which I am sorry to tell you guys, I couldn't repot last year, I couldn't repot the year before because I was traveling from a country to another one. So let's say that we are lucky enough it's still alive, and I want to give it the best chance to survive for another year. Now it's spring in my country already. It's already warm enough, it's already sunny enough, so I want to give it a better soil, I want to give it some new nutrients, and let's see in 1 or 2 months if it got better or not. Now, it had some big branches here, just like a big tree, but I had to cut them off because they were dried out and they were dead. So let's go with the natural Benjamina look, let's say. Okay. Now, let's try to repot it. I have some potting soil, the bio potting soil they sell in my country for very cheap. And we got some very nice potting gravel. So this one is used for aquariums, but I'm gonna use it to make my soil a little more of a breathing soil. So this way the water can, well, pretty much literally drain a little more, and my little tree over here, it's not gonna rot, okay? Here you can see I have some sand from my aquariums. Okay, let's go and let's open this up and let's see what do we find. Okay. Okay, alright. So now what I want to try to do is I want to try to move the roots a little bit, you know, comb them a little bit and get all the old soil out. So this way, when I repot it, I can put new soil everywhere, even in the little nooks and crannies. So my roots will benefit from the new soil full of nutrients. I have done this procedure already 5 or 6 years in a row, but for the last 2 years again I was traveling too much, so he had to survive on its own, and well, it wasn't too nice, to be honest. I didn't find my little tree in very good condition, but it's still alive, so you know, at least he can have an opportunity to get a little better this year. I want to exploit the nice sun and weather of springtime, so it's gonna put on some new little branches and some new leaves, and yeah, I pretty much want to see if we can make him a little better. As you can see, the roots are not too many. I remember when I used to repot it in the past, it had so many thick and nice roots, but now I can only see the big ones, so it was probably suffering a lot. And it was full of leaves and majestically amazing, but well, let's hope it comes back to that. And with a little bit of love and care, probably, even though I'm not an expert, you know, it's probably gonna be back. Now, I cleaned as good as I could, as well as I could, my little roots here, and to be honest, it doesn't look that much unhealthy, but probably, you know, we want the roots to be a little brighter, and I don't see any rotting here. They are pretty much nice and firm, so I don't want to cut any away. And the only thing, I want to put some good draining material on the bottom, and then I want to put the new soil in. I hope I will be able to show you some results in like 1 month, 1.5 months, because it should sprout out more little branches and more little leaves. So hopefully, you know, what we're doing here works as it worked in the past. For so much time, I have this little tree since I was back in my country. Let's say it was 7-8 years, so it can still give me plenty of life here. Okay, now I want to put this one here, so if there is excess water, it's gonna drain through this little gravel, okay? And then I wanna use some regular potting soil. That's all I did for the past 7 years, and it was a very nice tree, or a very nice Benjamina plant. And so let's try to go back to the good old habits, you know. I'm gonna be mixing this potting soil with a little bit of gravel. Okay. Now, let's see if I can put back my little tree. Okay, I want to put it in the center a little bit here. Okay. Now, let's see if I can mix some of this gravel with some new potting soil. Okay. Now, somebody explained me that if you, on this little Benjamina tree, have a soil which is a little bit more draining, a little bit more breathing soil, by using some gravel, some porous gravel, etc. in it, they are gonna develop better. So that's why I'm adding some of this little gravel. But if you have other informations, please let me know in the comments. I probably was taught wrong, but it worked for me for so many years that I'm still gonna do it this year, okay? I'm adding some of the old soil. And now let's try to see. If we can work the situation out a little better. Okay. This bio soil which I bought is supposed to be rich in nutrients, and is the one I used for the past 7 years with this little tree. So let's hope it works this time too. The other times during the past, it gave a good energy to the tree, and the whole repotting process, let's say, was good enough for my tree to grow back as strong as possible, recovering from winter time. Winter time in the place I was pretty harsh. So to be super honest with you, my tree would lose all the leaves, and every year I was a little preoccupied. I wasn't gonna make it, but this year I was in, as I am now, in a different place. We are at the seaside, so the weather is a little better. It's a little more temperate. It didn't go below zero, for example. So the tree was kept in a nicer environment and it didn't lose all the leaves. Now, these leaves are original from this tree. The branches that were coming out of the roots were something which was planted on the tree artificially. So we are going for the natural look here. I cut them off, they were dried out, they were dying. I want to go for the natural Benjamina. Even though I don't know if it's a Benjamina for real, if I can call it Benjamina, but that was the name on the pot when I got it. So let's go with Benjamina. If you know the real name of this tree, let me know, because it would be lovely to know. I want to sprinkle some more soil all around the pot. Okay. And let's hope we are good. Now guys, I hope you subscribed. I hope you like my content. If you didn't, don't worry. Next day, next week, next month, you can find new content on my channel. I am just trying things out. It's a hobby for me. I'm not a professional, so if you know it must be done differently, let me know in the comment, and please subscribe if you want the channel to grow. Now, have a happy week. This is gonna go probably on Monday, so happy Monday to all of you out there, the English viewers, the American viewers, and everyone else enjoying my content. Well, let's hope this little plant grows the way it's supposed to. Let me show it to you so you can say goodbye. Goodbye from Unboxo and this little Benjamina. Bye bye.